Well, Jim, congratulations. 4 games unbeaten, but what a massive 3 points today in horrendous conditions.
I didn't think we can. I know the pitch is soft. I've had some problems with this stand and the effect it has on this side. And if you haven't got the money or the budget to keep maintaining things, so just to like the game was on for all the fans who travelled. But yeah, massive 3 points. Always expected a really tough game. They're on the back of a really good win. They played with a lot of positivity, really aggressive too. With 4 catching up, and it was difficult. They stretched us and we defended really well. And I think this kind of result, like the Bromley game, just shows you the power of a clean sheet.
And you scored again from another corner, another set piece. And I know how hard you work on those during training, so you must be pleased about that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was really disappointed with the other set plays. I mean, Sam Walker put a couple of deliveries in the first half, which Keano could have scored from. But unfortunately, Elliott's just not hitting the zones that we want, with the pace we want, the trajectory we want. And a great assist from Paul just shows his experience and quality. Because sometimes, I kind of say this to people who are coaches, there's a massive difference between technique and skill. Technique is something that you can execute when there's nobody around and there's no pressure. When you get a day like today and it's a little bit windy, the pitch is a bit slippy and there's a bit of people pressurising, can you turn your technical ability into a skill? Can you go out, whatever the pressure is, producing, people chasing you? And that was a really key thing today, was that at the right moments the people can produce skill when they're under huge pressure from wind, pitch, defenders. And but I've said consistently, we don't have the changing room adorned with banners and motivational, but we still got on the board from last season that talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. And it's the teamwork and intelligence that you need to break down to players. But that goal isn't Ash Palmer or Paul Turnbull, that's a player clearing it. Conor De Mayo earning us a set play. The next ball, Danny Lloyd earning us the corner. Even if you go so far as Niall Bell playing the keeper so he doesn't affect it, it's a team game. I mean, players score goals, but teams earn the opportunities to score games. And but I'm really pleased for everybody to contribute today, and for the fans to come down. It's not a pretty game. It's that stage of the season where there's no quarter given, everybody's desperate for the points, and you could see that in the way they played, and we had to defend really, really well. But absolutely delighted with a clean sheet and a set play goal.
You ended both halves strongly today. In the first half, I mean, Sam Walker, it's his 100th appearance in the club today. He could have had a hat-trick. He's hit the bar, 2 denied by the goalkeeper. Just a reminder, really, of the players who got you into this position in the first place. You got your title last season. I know you've retained 16 of them, but Sam Walker, 100th appearance, so great for him today.
Yeah, and I shouldn't dismiss the fact that we retained them because we couldn't buy any better. I was pleased with what we had, and with the budget we had, I thought they were great value.
Yeah.
Well organised, they know the jobs, and they do the stuff, the skilled stuff. You forget about the technique. Sam's delivering set plays, he's coming in and protecting that side, allowing Daniel Powell to play a little bit higher, because we had a few issues down that side with Danny going high and the young left back, the young left centre back. But no, fantastic Sam. I think the only problem we had tactically during the second half was just getting the arrangement right in midfield. I felt because of the way they were playing, the balls we were picking up, that we had to move from a classic 2-1 to a 1-2.
Yeah.
But then we needed to know how to shift. That Motherwell had it's hard to explain without a diagram, a V shape where you had 2 in front of 1. But then when they were coming down one side, the whole in midfield, the best physical presence slides across and everyone balances off. But we never really got to grips with that, and they were picking up too many second balls. So the reason I took Sam off was to allow Connor to stay in front, and I thought that might serve us well. It'd serve us better on our throw-ins, it'd serve us better in terms of pick-up. And you know, Connor only had played a cameo role, but you could see that he won us a couple of set plays, he got us the opportunity to get on the pitch. And but really pleased with the subs, really pleased with the efforts of the players right from the first minute to the 100th minute or whatever it was in the end. So they'd be disappointed. They had a couple of glorious chances, and that's where we should do better. You know, who wants to be done by a long throw? But again, you know, people forget that. I won't forget the bits that they did create and the opportunities they did have, because we've got to work hard. We can't expect that this kind of performance will get us established in the playoffs and win the playoffs. We need more than this.
big game, of course, next weekend against Barnet, but you may have Adam Thomas, Lois Maynard, both could be available next week.
I don't know. I mean, fortunately we've got nothing from today. Liam McAlinden looked tired, and I mean, they all worked really hard. It's quite a draining pitch. Fortunately, we didn't. With some of the challenges that we unfortunately didn't get any injuries. Not like last week when we had 3 players come off and not train Monday. I expect everybody to train Monday. We'll just have to see how Adam Thomas. Fortunately, we were able to rest him today or not stretch him today, and you know, it'd be important because we're going to need everybody. It's going to be. I think we talked about it over dinner last night and this morning about it being a 31-man team. You know, we've got 25 players and 6 members of staff, and they will all need to work really hard on the training ground to challenge each other, to work hard, to stimulate each other, and out here fight for each other and do everything together. And if we do that, then we onwards and upwards. But huge game at Ebbsfleet Park. All I wanted from this game was to try and get a big result, get us back to Ebbsfleet Park, and get Ebbsfleet rocking with the prospects of playing a team that's hot on our heels for the playoff spots, and one game at a time. And let's just make Ebbsfleet Park the 12th man and the 11th to play and 3 to come on. Just putting a huge performance next week and get everybody excited in the town.
Fantastic, well done today. 4 unbeaten, back in the playoffs. Well done.
Thanks so much.
Great stuff.